Would you marry your platonic best friend and start a family without sex? What is up, sapiosexuals? Thank you for turning on Sex in South Beach with your girl, Dr. Sanjaya, America's most curious sex educator who wants to know if you would ever marry your best friend and build a family without any sex involved. So the sex situation we're getting into today is all about the social phenomenon of platonic friends who get married, agreeing to be there through the good and bad, for better or for worse, while also agreeing to have sex with other people. Because, they're platonic BFFs, not lovers or anything. And why not marry your best friend? Someone you can trust, raise a family with, and doesn't get messy with all the challenges involved with sustaining romantic love and a spicy sex life. Because we all know that love and sex, well, that complicates things. But friendship, that can be everlasting, right? But why get married at all if not for romantic love? Well, any single parent can tell you it is hard as HELL to raise a family alone, and super nice when someone else wants to chip in with the bills, the parenting responsibilities, the grocery, the laundry, whatever. Also, companionship is quite nice, right? And if two friends love doing things together and have great conversations and really love each other and want to keep each other company and make sure that they are always okay, and most important for marriage, have this strong bond legally recognized and respected. So when your bestie is in the hospital, you're going to be allowed in. And when it comes time to file your taxes, you get all the benefits of being married. And so on and so on. Because we all know married people get a lot of benefits. And of course, wouldn't it be really nice to come home from a great date or a horrible one and have your bestie right there to talk about it with you? Yes! Imagine coming home and not even having to call your bestie to tell them how the date went or that you got home safe. And I know you're probably wondering, what's the difference between a platonic marriage with your bestie and simply being a roommate? Well, once again, it comes down to the benefits, such as insurance coverage. For example, I have excellent insurance coverage, which I can extend to whomever I'm married to. And I also have amazing education benefits through my job. All of my legal dependents get to go to college for free. And if I marry someone and become the legal guardian of their child, guess what? Their kid gets to go to college for free. So, if I were married to my best friend, her kids would get the health insurance and the college benefits to which I'm entitled. But what about the sex? Well, yeah, that's going to be an issue because it is definitely not going to happen in a platonic best friend marriage. But there is no reason it can't happen outside of the marriage, as long as the spouses agree to the terms. And most platonic besties who tie the knot do agree to support each other in dating whomever they desire, as long as the person is good for them and good for their family. And when it comes to sexual attraction, as someone who has experienced marriage, I can most definitely tell you that being married does something to make you appear more attractive to other people. After all, it's only human nature to want what you can't have, and there is something about being legally unavailable that makes people want you a little bit more than if you were readily available. It is a strange reflection of human nature. Yes, indeed. Us humans, we are definitely some weirdos, right? But can you imagine the conversation when you're at the bar flirting with someone and then you tell the person that you're flirting with that, yes, you are interested in dating them. And, yes, maybe you even want to have sex with them. But, you are definitely married. However, you're free to date and have sex with whomever you want. Well, I suspect they're going to be like, what? And, boom, beautiful conversation has begun. Your platonic love story is going to blow their mind and most definitely an interesting conversation starter. Now, I don't know how many people are going to be down to date a platonically married person, but I predict we are going to find out in the next couple of decades Because romantic marriages are on the sharp decline and platonic marriages are rapidly rising. So, perhaps it's time for society to reconsider what it really means to be married. Long ago, women got married because they were not allowed to work and had no way to support themselves. So the only way they could get out of their parents' house was to marry men who would support them. And when a man married a woman, he felt like he owned her because the law supported men in being super dominant and controlling over their wife. During these times, women had very little say over their own lives, and most were not having great sex because they were subject to whatever their husbands wanted to do to them. And sadly, many were raped and abused often by their spouse. But then, women changed the world by changing the laws which allowed us to work. And as soon as women started earning money, you know what happened. Divorces started rising. Women realized, I don't have to stay with this man and have bad sex or deal with stuff I don't like. And now, romantic marriages are completely declining because women have found their stride. And guess what we figured out? We are badass boss ladies who run the world, and we don't have to put up with no BS. But legal marriage still has so many benefits designed to make married people more financially stable and respected under the law. From car insurance to health insurance to income taxes to education benefits. There's a lot of money on the table for married people that is just not available for single people. And you know what? If my bestie had all those benefits and I was single, yes, I would seriously consider marrying her. I mean, as long as she didn't try to do me. But back to the question that started today's show. Would you? Yes, I'm asking you, super smart person. Would you marry your best friend? No sex, just friends with benefits. Like literally, friends with benefits. All right now. You know what time it is. It is time for your climax when I give you a little something to remember about the rapidly rising phenomenon of platonic marriages. 1. Best friends are choosing to get married. More often than ever, people who love each other but are not sexually attracted to each other are tying the knot and becoming legally recognized as a family. And 2. Platonic marriages offer the same legal benefits as a romantic marriage, but without all the challenges that come with sustaining a romantic relationship. And 3. Platonic spouses allow each other to have sex with other people. Booyah! Get your groove on and stay married. Now you know what's next, my dear platonic friend. Scroll your limber fingers right down to the review section of this show and stimulate me with a positive review. Because last week we talked about pegging, and this week we're on to platonic marriages, and I am betting this is the only place where smart people get exposed to a wide range of sexual dialogue that can be practically applied to your everyday real life. And the more people that do that, the happier the world will become. Nothing makes people happy like sexual satisfaction. For your daily dose of Nookie knowledge, check me out on all the social media platforms. That's Dr. Sanjaya, DrSonjia, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and you know what? TikTok. So come and, TikTok with me. I guess. I mean, what would a platonic friend do? Y'all, I had so much fun chatting you up about the rapid rise of platonic marriages in America, and I cannot wait to do it again next time. I'm Dr. Sanjaya, America's sex educator. Thanks so much for tuning into Sex in South Beach, where everyone comes for happier, healthier sex. Y'all, I needed a new phone, but I just hate going to the Apple store because it is always so damn crowded. But I was feeling super brave last week. I'm all vaccinated up. So I lathered up with some Sense Aromatherapy body oil to make sure I was in a good mood while waiting at the Apple store. And guess what? The man who checked me in smelled me and said, ma'am, you smell so good. Like heaven or something. I laughed him off, but seriously, he could not get enough of my aroma. After he checked me in, he came over to where I was standing and said, "If you tell me what fragrance you're wearing, I'll push you to the front of the line." What? I nearly rubbed off some body oil from my legs and lathered it on the man's neck. But I didn't want to get arrested, y'all. So instead of rubbing the man down in the store, I told him I was wearing Sense Aromatherapy body oil and explained that the product has been scientifically proven to stimulate good feelings in everyone who smells it. Smell good, feel good with Sense Aromatherapy body oil. Get yours on Amazon or at sensebodyoil.com. That's SENSE bodyoil.com.